Master your success by mastering your mind. Welcome back to another episode of Healing into Femininity. My name is Joanna. If you're new here, and today we're diving into the topic of health. If you're new here, as I said, this is a series. You can go back. I have two other videos on mastering your mind, especially how to take care of your mind hygiene, right? In order to create the life that we truly want to live, we have to take care of our minds first and foremost. And the third step, this is what we're diving into today, is to really take possession of your own mind and to influence what you are thinking and what you are producing in your mind, because the mind can never be empty. There's always something going on in the mind, and we can never stop that. But what we can do is to take hold of what we're thinking, mind hygiene, really thinking about what it is that we're thinking, and if this is in alignment with what we are intending to create, because that's the first thing. We're diving into creating the life of your dreams, and it all starts with a goal. Okay, so this is a masterclass. If you want, you can take out a sheet of paper, write a few things down, and dive into your own mind. I always like to say, this is not entertainment, this is education. Okay, so we are talking about, again, today, we're talking about how to take care of your mind, right? What is filling your mind? Who are you being? How can you make a difference for good? And how to take all of that and go for it, right? Take action. So, this is what we are going to talk about. And I want to start with a little story, okay? Because the thing about our minds is always that we have to see it as a tool, right? We have to see it as a tool. And I want to share with you how we can actually get out of being exploited, being misused, right? Not being happy in our jobs, not being happy in our relationships, maybe not being happy in our bodies. All of those things come from what you have in your mind. So the formula, right, not necessarily a story, but the formula to create the life that you truly want is all about the line of cause and results, because what you think about yourself and this world is how you're going to feel in this world about yourself and in this world. And what you feel is going to determine how you act, how you appear, how you show up, how you speak, how you present, how you navigate through this life. And how you navigate through this life is ultimately going to be what you're creating. So, your results. So, we always want to start again with the mind, okay? And one tool that I learned from my mentor is notice what you're noticing. Always notice what you're noticing, right? That is a line that you can keep forever in order to stay awake, stay aware. Notice what you're noticing about yourself. Notice what you're noticing about your mind. What are you thinking? Notice what you're thinking. Notice how you're feeling, right? Notice how the feeling creates the way you move. Notice what's going on in the world also, right? Notice what's going on around you. Notice what's going on in your home. Notice what's going on in your neighborhood. Notice what's going on in your workplace, right? Notice what's going on with other people, and so on and so on. So we are always noticing what we're noticing, and it all starts with our awareness, okay? So this is the first step for us to really start noticing what's going on in our minds. And as I said, the first thing that we want to dive into today is really mastering the energies of our mind. And the first question, notice what we're noticing, is what is filling your mind, right? As I said, you do not get to have something in your mind, you only get to choose what it is, right? So many people think also that meditation is about emptying your mind, right? There's only like a small pocket, if possible, to completely be in silence, but that is not even the ultimate goal. What we want to do again is to start practicing mental hygiene, because the mind is always going to be filled with something, but you have to decide what it is going to be, right? So it is important. It's the law of the vacuum, right? You can not also say, okay, I'm going to cut this out and then not replace it, right? So if you say you want to stop thinking toxic thoughts, right? Self depreciating thoughts like, I am not good enough, I can't do this, I am not worthy, I'm not capable, I don't belong, whatever you might be thinking, right? That is sabotaging your success. Notice what you're noticing, pull them up, pull up those thoughts, look at them and see that's not what you want to keep thinking. Okay, you don't identify with those thoughts. So they get pushed out, but you have to reintroduce new thoughts. Again, knowing the mind can never be empty. And if you do not intentionally replace what it is that you want to think, you will be still filled up by new thoughts, because again, there is no empty space in this universe. There is no empty space in this universe, but you have to decide how to organize the space of your mind and what gets to be in it. So you have to reintroduce new thoughts that are empowering, that are wealth creating, that are health creating, that relax you. Something like, I am calm, I am confident, I am capable, right? I am compassionate, I'm focused, right? I know my worth, I have boundaries, I'm not gonna let myself be played, right? All of these things want to be reintroduced into the mind, okay? And Emerson said, stand guard at the portal of your mind. You have to protect your mind by all means necessary, because your mind is the manifestation tool, right? Your mind will create what you experience in your life. First in the mind, then in life. First in the mind, then in life. That's why the whole concept, be clear, notice what you're noticing about the thoughts that do not serve you, like push them out, right? Like throw them out. They are no longer welcome here. Reintroduce more healthy thoughts, cultivate those thoughts, and then protect your mind by all means necessary. Protect your mind so you can create and manifest what it is that you truly intentionally desire. Okay, perfect. Step number two, ask yourself, who are you being? Right? Your to be statements are very important, right? They put you at the frequency of the you that you want to be, right? You want to be somebody who does certain things, who feels a certain way, and therefore who creates a certain life, right? This is the metaphysics of well being and wealth creation. You see and feel yourself to be the person who is already living the life that you love living. Right. And living at that level of health and success requires you to embody it. You have to embody who you want to be. Okay. Step number three is, how can you make a difference for good? It's important to keep things permanently. Once you've locked in that this is what you truly want to create in your life, you want to lock in and you want to make a difference for good. So, one thing is that you become a person of increase, right? Meaning that you are a problem solver. You are somebody who has solutions. You are somebody where people know you are abundant, full of solutions, of knowledge, of wisdom, of understanding. You become a resource, right? We can also call it you become a healer in the life of others. You become a healer, a problem solver, a leader, right? This is what we're doing here. So it is like a vitamin for your life to actually give, right? Because we are so full of abundance. That is the whole, like, I love this idea so much, but it's not only an idea, I truly believe it, that everyone has something that they can share with the world. And this is where I invite you to also get ready to take your position of power and really give from your abundance. So, giving, right? Healing, giving solutions, giving what people need, right? What people want and what people need in order to create a better life for themselves. This raises your own immune system. Right? So become a healer, become a leader, become a teacher, become somebody who is a person of increase to others. This will be good for you. It actually raises your immune system, as I just said, right? And it will give you everything that you're looking for. So choose to be a difference maker. When you help things get better for others, you will find things getting better for yourself, right? That is a law by itself. If you really genuinely can help people create a better life, whether it is become more fit, become more articulate, become more strategized, organized, know how to move through society, organize money, increase health and wealth, all of those things is what people want. Everybody wants a better life. And if you can contribute to that, you will have your life get better. Okay. So that's already it, right? So I just want to summarize it again because it is easier said, but if you really want to do it, you want to think about coming into my spaces. I have a free community over at school where you are in exchange with other change makers, with other like-minded women who are strategizing for success, who are working on themselves and really getting into the power position. Yeah. So if you're ready, if you're in higher leadership, or if you also want to get online and be the expert that you are and you need support to get to that next level and learn how to, yeah, be that person and stay that person, you can apply to work with me one on one. There is a form, and then I will get back to you to schedule a one on one call to see if we're a good fit to work together. And everything else is going to be revealed in other videos. So I'm looking forward to see you in another video. So until then, take charge. There's no time to be wasted. This is the time of your life. If you found this video, you are ready to make a change. And change never happens alone. One thing successful people do is they do not stay the lone ranger. You have to be part of a community. You want to get mentorship, okay? So don't be there, be the person who is in an isolation, be the lone ranger, just watch from the sidelines. No, become part of the leading tribe, okay? So that's it for now. See you in the next one. Bye.